Hello.
Hello.
En esta lección vamos a continuar estudiando el presente continuo, prestando especial atención a su forma plural.
Tal como dijimos en la lección anterior, este tiempo se forma con el verbo to be, en este caso en su forma are, y el verbo principal acabado en ing. Some people are leaving their homes. Algunas personas están abandonando sus hogares.
They are expecting extra work. Están esperando tener trabajo extra.
Most people are staying. La mayoría de la gente se queda.
Si el verbo al que le vamos a añadir la terminación ing acaba en B, quitaremos esta letra, pero el verbo continuará pronunciándose igual. Veamos algunos ejemplos.
Move, moverse. Moving. Leave, marcharse. Leaving. Cause, causar. Causing.
Improve, mejorar. Improving. Change, cambiar. Changing. Smoke, fumar. Smoking.
Cuando algún verbo como say, decir, introduce a otra oración, el that, que, generalmente se omite en inglés.
Algunos ejemplos con that son: The police department say that they are expecting extra work. El departamento de policía dice que esperan tener trabajo extra. Experts say that inflation is going down. Los expertos dicen que la inflación está disminuyendo.
Ejemplos sin that son: The Prime Minister says the economy is improving. El primer ministro dice que la economía está mejorando. The President says he's watching the political situation. El presidente dice que está observando la situación política.
En el inglés hablado, el that se suprime la mayoría de las veces. He says he's coming tomorrow. Dice que vendrá mañana. She said she liked it. Dijo que le gustó.
El nuevo vocabulario que aparece en la retransmisión de las noticias es news, noticias. Hurricane, huracán. Still, todavía. Damage, dañar. Blow, soplar.
Comics, comics. Instead of books, en lugar de libros. Learn, aprender.
Less meat, menos carne. More vegetables, más verduras. Cheese, queso.
Miren las noticias y lea los subtítulos.
Good evening. This is the 9 o'clock news. Hurricane Rosie is moving from Texas into Louisiana. Some people are leaving their homes as the hurricane comes nearer. Most people are staying. Hospitals and emergency services are waiting to see what happens. The police department say that they are expecting extra work. At Galveston on the south coast, the sea is still causing a lot of damage, and the wind is blowing at 100 miles per hour. The Prime Minister says the economy is improving, but experts say that inflation is not going down. The President of South Africa says that the political situation in his country is changing very fast. The President of the United States says he is watching the political situation in South Africa with great interest. He is asking the Congress for $20 million to help the ANC. Children are reading comics instead of books, a new report from the Ministry of Education says today. Children in primary school are not reading books and are learning how to write too late. Children are watching television for about 3 hours every day, says the report. People are eating less meat and more vegetables, a medical report says today. They are buying more fruit and cheese. They are spending less money on meat. They are smoking less. They are drinking less, but they are working more. The weather. It is raining in the north and west of the country. In the south and east, the sun is shining. That is the end of the news from World TV.
Pero ahora practiquemos un poquito más el presente continuo. Repita estas frases haciendo una pequeña pausa donde hay cada señal. The political situation in South Africa is changing very fast. The weather. It is raining in the north and west of the country. In the south and east, the sun is shining.
Ahora practique las siguientes formas en plural. Tómese tiempo. Some people are leaving their homes. Most people are staying.
A report from the Ministry of Education says children are not reading books. They are watching too much television.
Ahora le toca el turno a usted de leer las noticias. Léalas alternadamente con la presentadora. Intenta hablar con claridad, haciendo una pausa al final de cada grupo de palabras. Las líneas que usted deberá leer están en blanco.
Hurricane Rosie is moving from Texas into Louisiana. The Prime Minister says the economy is improving. The President of the United States is asking the Congress for $20 million for the ANC. People in Britain are eating more fruit and vegetables. They are smoking less and drinking less. That is the end of the news from World TV.